Hello and very warm welcome to all of you. I am Dr. Ruhi Lal, Associate Professor and Head, Student Support, Amity School of Communication, Amity University, Noida. I have total 23 years of work experience, blend of industry and academics. My core specialization is advertising, marketing and brand management. I have worked in various advertising agencies, Hindustan Times Media Limited and Media Marketing Department as Advertising Manager. From last 14 years, I am teaching at Amity School of Communication, Amity University, Noida. In the last lecture, we talked about basic concepts of advertising, meaning, definition, concepts and importance of advertising. We discussed in detail how the term advertising came into existence, why we advertise, the detailed description of ATL and BTL media which were discussed, and the concept of advertising was discussed. So, in this lecture, we will talk about evolution and history of advertising. The various subtopics of the subject we are going to discuss today are history and evolution of advertising. Year-wise detailed history will be discussed for the better understanding of the subject. Now, let us start by discussing the objectives of this episode. So, the objective of this lecture are to know the history of advertising by going back to millennia, to comprehend the origin of advertising to ancient time or even earlier, from rock carving to the radio, newspaper, TV and latest edition of online advertising and social media. To gain better understanding of the journey of advertising, history of advertising. So, modern advertising developed with the rise of mass production in the late 90s and early 20th century. Mass media can be defined as any media meant to reach a mass amount of people. Different types of media can be used to deliver these messages, including traditional media such as newspaper, magazine, television, radio, outdoor or direct mail, or the new media such as the website, text messages and social networking site. The 1960s saw advertising transform into a modern approach in which creativity was allowed to shine, producing unexpected messages that made advertisement more tempting to the consumer's eyes. The Volkswagen ad campaign, featuring such headlines as "Think Small" and "Lemon," which were used to describe the appearance of the car, ushered the era of modern advertising by promoting a position or unique selling proposition which is designed to associate each brand with a specific idea in the reader's or viewer's mind. The late 80s and early 90s saw the introduction of cable television and particularly MTV, pioneering the concept of music video. MTV was like a new type of advertising. The consumer tunes in for the advertising message rather than it being byproduct or afterthought. As cable and satellite television became increasingly prevalent, especially channels emerged, including channels in entirely devoted to advertising, such as QVC, Home Shopping Network, and Shop TV Canada. So, marketing through the internet opened new frontier for advertisers and contributed to the dot-com boom of 1990. Entire corporation operated solely on advertising revenues, offering everything from coupons to free internet access. At the turn of 21st century, a number of websites, including the search engine Google, started a change in online advertising by emphasizing contextually relevant, unobtrusive ads intended to help rather than inundate users. This has led to a plethora of similar efforts and an increasing trend of interactive advertising. Recent advertising innovation is guerrilla marketing, which involve unusual approach such as stage encounters in public places, giveaways to products such as cars that are covered with brand messages, and interactive advertising where the viewers can respond to become part of advertising message. Guerrilla advertising is becoming increasing more popular with a lot of companies. This type of advertising is unpredictable and innovative, which causes consumers to buy the product or idea. So, this reflects an increasing trend of interactive and embedded ads, such as via product placement having consumer vote through text messages, and various innovations utilizing social networking sites such as Facebook. More specifically, the internet and World Wide Web has opened up many opportunities for advertising. Online advertising seems to be the most apparent advancement in the advertising industry. It has opened up many different ways of advertising, such as web banners, pop-ups, and email advertising, and through various media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, Twitter, and other new media. However, online advertising isn't the only latest form of advertising. There has been much advancement with traditional forms of advertising, which includes television, radio, print, outdoor media, and other special advertising techniques. In addition to technology, may even play a secondary advancement role regarding software tools to help companies efficiently track or create advertising. The key to a successful advertising campaign is undoubtedly the ability to hit the key audience effectively. Technology has allowed for this to become a reality. Technology is a primary factor of many of the innovative advertising techniques, and advancement in today's world. The use of technology has allowed advertising to enter every aspect of the consumer's lives and to allow the capability to target the key audiences quickly and efficiently, thus presenting a higher probability of success for a company or a campaign. So, now we will discuss about the evolution and development of advertising. Traditionally, advertising started much earlier in practice with outdoor medium such as wall writing, signs, symbols, paintings, highlighting, and shouting. With consistent growth of the society, rising population, and urban development, the need of advertising increased in 17th century. The very first print advertisement was placed by Oyster Bay, Long Island, and State in search of a purchaser. The advertisement was published in the Boston newspaper in 1704. Advertising agencies started emerging in 18th century. Emergence of advertising agencies acted as an accelerator to the growth of advertising. British government lottery ads were handled by whites in 1800. In 1812, another ad agency was founded and named Raynell and Sons. In the early 19th century, newspapers started hiring people for handling advertising. The agencies involved in advertising were space brokers and were known as media agents. It was in the 19th century that radio has also picked up advertising. The first commercial of Queensboro Real Estate Corporation was aired on 20th August 1922, Weef, New York. Development of media also played a vital role in growth of advertising. The first broadcast of television advertisement from New York station WNBT took place on 1st July 1941 for watchmaker Bulova. There is no doubt that the present world needs advertising for its brand awareness, for brand promotion, for brand recall, for brand image building and maintaining. Almost all successful brands like Gillette, Coca-Cola, Colgate, Nike and Mercedes-Benz understand the importance of advertising and invest millions in advertising and promotion. The same can be said about a small and medium entrepreneur who invest according to their budget in advertising and promotions. Let's talk about the history of advertising, the timeline of Indian advertising. Indian advertising starts with the hawkers calling out their wares right from the days when cities and markets first began. Shop front signage from street side sellers to press ad. The first trademarks, handbills distributed separately from the products. 18th century, concrete advertising history begins with classified advertisement ad. Appear from the first time in print in Hickey's Bengal Gazette, India's first weekly newspaper. Studio marked the beginning of advertising created in India as opposed to imported from England. Studios set up for bold type, ornate fonts, more fancy, larger ads. Newspaper studios trained the first generation of visualizers and illustrators. Major advertisers, retailers like Spencer's, Army and Navy and Whiteaway and Laidlaw's marketing promotions. Retailers' catalogs provided early example. Ads appear in newspaper in the form of list of the latest merchandise from England. Then the patent medicines, the first brand we know from today, were a category of advertisers. Horlicks becomes the first malted milk to be patented in 5th June 1883. The 1900s, 1905, B. Dattaram and Company claims to be the oldest existing advertising agency in Girgaon in Mumbai. 1912, ITC, then Imperial Tobacco Company Limited, launches Gold Flake. 1920, enter the first foreign owned ad agency, Gujarat Advertising and Indian Advertising setup. Experience Agency emerges, Alliance Agency, Tata Publicity. So last Stronach merged into today's Norwegian Advertising. DJ Kamer gives rise to Ogilvy and Mather and Clarion. 1925, L.R. Swamy and Company, Madras. 1926, Last Stronach and Company, India. Private Limited Mumbai, that also started. Agency called National Setup for American rather than British advertiser. American importers hire Jagannath Jaini, then advertising manager of civil and military gadget, Lahore. National today is still run by Jaini's family. So the beginning of multinational agencies, JWT, J. Walter Thompson, opened to service General Motors business. Then in 1928, Bomas Limited, formerly DJK Mer and Company Limited, set up. Then 29, J. Walter Thompson, that company formed Indian agencies, foreign advertising in the 30s. Then 1931, National Advertising Service Private Limited, Bombay, set up. Universal Publicity Company, Kolkata, formed. In 34, Venkat Rao Sista opened Sista Advertising and Publicity Service as full service Indian agency. 1935, Indian Publicity Bureau Private Limited, Kolkata, established. And 36, Krishna Publicity Company Private Limited, Kanpur, begins operation. Studio Ratan Batra Private Limited, Bombay, established. Indian Broadcasting Company becomes All India Radio. So there are a lot of development in 1900s. We can see in 38, Jayendra Publicity, Kolhapur, started. In 39, Liver's advertising department launches. Dalda, the first major example of a brand and a marketing campaign specifically developed for India. The Press Syndicate Limited, Bombay, was set up. So let's talk about Indian advertisement in the 40s. So in 1940, Navneet Lal and Company, Ahmedabad, set up. In 1941, Lux signs Leela Chitnis as the first Indian film actress to endorse the product. HTA, that is Hindustan Thompson Associates, the current incarnation of JWT, coins the balanced nourishment concept to make Horlicks more relevant to India. Green Advertising Service Agents, Bombay, that also formed. In 1943, Advertising and Sales Promotion Company, Kolkata, established. And in 44, Dazzle, Bombay, comes into existence. Ranjit Sales and Publicity Private Limited, Bombay, started. 1945, Efficient Publicities Private Limited, Madras, set up. Tom and Bay Advertising Private Limited, Pune, begins operation in India. And 46, Eastern Psychograph Private Limited, Bombay, set up. Everest Advertising Private Limited Company also established. In 47, Grant Advertising Incorporate, Bombay, formed, and Swami Advertising Bureau, Solapur, started. In 1948, RC Advertising Company, Bombay, set up. Phoenix Advertising Private Limited, Calcutta, formed. Corporate advertising started after 1950s. So in 1950, Radio Ceylon and Radio Goa become the media options. 1951, Vicks VapoRub, a rub for colds, causes ripples with entry in the balm market. And in 1952, Shantilal G. Shah and Company, Bombay, started. In 1954, Advertising Club, Mumbai, set up. Express Advertising Agency, Bombay, set up. And India Publicity Company Private Limited, Calcutta, started. In 1956, Ayers Advertising and Marketing, Bombay. Then Clarion Advertising Service Private Limited, Kolkata, that also started. In 57, Vivid Bharati kicks off. And 1958, Shri Advertising Agency, Bombay. And 59, Associated Publicity, Cuttack. And then came the era of 1960s onward, the creative revolution. So 1960, Advertising Accessories, Trichur, started. Marketing Advertising Associates, Bombay, set up. 1961, Industrial Advertising Agency, Bombay, comes into existence. Then Bal Mukund quits Bomas to set up Ulka the same year. In 1962, India's television's first soap opera, Teesra Rasta, enthralls viewers. 1963, Bomas changes name to S.H. Benson's. Stronach absorbed into Norvexen. Lentas heading for uncertainty. So Livers toying with giving its brand to other agencies, and Nargis Wadia sets up Interpub. So Will's Filter tipped cigarettes launched and positioned as made for each other, filter and tobacco match. In 1965, Kersey Catterick sets up Mass Communication and Marketing, that is MCM. 1966 witnessed government persuaded to open up the broadcast media. Ayaz Peerboy set up Marketing and Advertising Associate. And in 1967, first commercial appears on Vivid Bharati. 1968, Nari Hira sets up Creative Unit. India wins the bid for Asian Advertising Congress. And in 1969, Sylvester Dachuna left Stronach to run ASP, later set up Dachuna Associate. So 1970, Frank Simos set up Frank Simos Associates. Problematic 70s, so 1970 to 78, National Readership Studies provided relevant data on consumers' reading habit. So 1970, the concept of commercial programming accepted by All India Radio. Hassan Rizvi gives the very first spot on Radio Ceylon. 1971, Benson's undergo change in name to Ogilvy and Benson's and Mather. 1972, Western Outdoor Advertising Private Limited, WOAPL, introduces first closed circuit TV, that is CCT, in the country at the race course in Mumbai. In 1973, R.K. Swamy BBDO established. 1974, MCM goes out of business. Arun Nanda and Ajit Balakrishnan set up Rediffusion. In 1975, Ravi Gupta sets up Trikaya Grey. In 1976, commercial television initiated, and 78, first television commercial was seen. In 1979, Ogilvy, Benson and Mather's name changes to Ogilvy and Mather. Now let's go to the television in 1980s. In 1980, Mudra Communications Limited set up. King Size Virginia filter cigarette entered market with the brand name Charms. In 1981, Network Associate of UTV pioneers cable television in India. In 1982, the biggest milestone in television was Asiad 82, when television turned to color transmission. Bombay Dyeing becomes the first color TV ad. 13th Asian Advertising Congress in New Delhi. Media planning gets a boost. And 1983, the year Maggi noodles launched to become an overnight success. Maggi first advertisement in India. Conco Advertising Private Limited founded, and Manohar Shyam Joshi's Hum Log makes commercial television come alive. Mudra sponsors first commercial telecast of major sporting event with the India West Indies series. And 1984, Hum Log Doordarshan, first soap opera in the color era, is born. Viewers still remember the sponsor Vico of Ye Jo Hai Zindagi. In 1985, Mudra makes India's first telefilm, Janam. 1985-86, 915 new brands of products and services appearing on the Indian market. 1986, Sananda is born. On July 31, the Bengali magazine stupefies India's by selling 75,000 copies within 3 hours of appearing on the newsstands. Mudra Communication creates India's first folk history TV serial Bunyad, shown on Doordarshan DD, and becomes the first of the mega soaps. Price quality positioning of Nirma detergent cakes boosts sell. 1988, AAAI's, that is Advertising Agency Association of India's, Prem Narayan Award instituted. In 1989, Advertising Club Bombay begins a biennial seminar called Advertising That Works. Advertising and Marketing A&M magazine also launched. Tech Savvy in 1990s. 1990 marks the beginning of new medium, that is the internet. Agency open new media shops, go viral with websites and internet advertising. Brand Equity magazine of Economic Times, that also born. And 1991, first India targeted satellite channel Zee TV started broadcast. Close on the throes of the Gulf War enters STAR, that is Satellite Transmission for Asia region. And 1992, Spectrum, publisher of A&M, constitutes its own award known as A&M Awards. Scribes and Media Planner credit The Bold and the Beautiful serial on Star Plus channel as the soap that started the cultural invasion. In 1993, India's only advertising school, MICA, Mudra Institute of Communication, Ahmedabad, is born. Tara on Zee TV becomes India's first female-centric soap. In 1995, Advertising Club of Bombay calls its award as ABBY, country's first brand consulting firm. SABRE, Strategic Advantage for Brand Equity, begins operation. And 1996, the ad fraternity hits big time for the first time by bagging 3 awards at the 43rd International Advertising Festival, Cannes. Sun TV becomes the first regional TV channel to go live 24 hours a day on all days of the week. And 1997, media booms with the growth of cable satellite. Print medium sees an increase in titles in specialized area. Government turns towards professional advertising in the private sector for its VDIS campaign. Army resorts to the services of private sector agencies. Advertising on the internet gains popularity. Equitor Consulting becomes the only independent brand consultancy company in the country. Several exercises in the changing corporate identity for the first time ever. Indians stand the chance of winning $1 million booty being offered by Gillette as part of the Football World Cup promo 1998. Events assume important role in marketing mix. A rise of software TV producer banking on TV industry talent. Reinventing of cinema. Advertising through cinema begins. 1998, Lintas becomes Emirati Puri Lintas APL. In 1999, B2B site agencyfax.com launched on September 28, 1999. The Advertising Club Bombay announces the Ad Work Trophy, and then started the new millennium 2000. So Mudra launches magindia.com, India's first advertising and marketing gallery. Lintas merged with Low Group to become Low Lintas and Partner LLP. BigIdeasUnlimited.com, a portal offering free ideas for money launched by Alec Padmasi and Sam Matthews. Game shows like Kaun Banega Crorepati becomes a rage. मीडिया बाइंग इंडस्ट्री इज बुलिश ऑन केबीसी क्योंकि सास भी कभी बहू थी, द रिटर्न ऑफ फैमिली ओरिएंटेड सोप ऑन टीवी. French advertising major Publicis acquires Madhyam. 2001, Trekaya Grey becomes Grey worldwide. Bharti's rupees 2.75 crore corporate TV commercial where a baby girl is born in a football stadium becomes a most expensive campaign of the year. 2002, Low Lintas and Partners rechristened Low worldwide. For the first time in the history of HTA, a new post of president is created. Kamal Oberoi is appointed as the first president of HTA. Modern advertising developed with the rise of mass production in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. In 2010, spending on advertising was estimated at $142.5 billion in the United States and $467 billion worldwide internationally. The largest Big Four advertising conglomerate are Interpublic, Omnicom, Publicis and WPP. The advertising industry is growing day by day with the boom of digital media, convergence of media with the entry of Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp. The growth will be continued in future as well. This is all that we have for you today. Hope you enjoyed the session. We will soon be back with another interesting episode. Till then, take care, good day and namaskar.